Hey, what's up, guys? You might have saw on my YouTube the other day, I decided to hit my community tab and ask you guys to ask me some questions, okay? Because let me tell you something, I'm an open book, okay? And much like opening some legs, it can get real delicious when you get down to the meat of it. You see what I did there? I know you see. I know you like it. I know you like it too. But here's the thing. You can ask me anything you want, from myself, Smash events, just the works, life in general. I was like, you know what? This is the time to open myself up and take any of your questions. Now here's the caveat to that, my friends, because there might even be something even my ignorant ass does not want to answer. Therefore, the fail-safe. The fail-safe. I will take a shot of vodka every single time I decide not to answer a question. I'm only anticipating one or two, but just in case, I did eat a hearty little lunch before I decided to shoot this video. Got a pretty good amount of submissions. This is a live video right now on my Twitch, twitch.tv/EEvisu. So I will refresh at the end of this in case a couple more come filtering in. But let's go ahead and start with the first one that I see. And that's going to be Last Gamurai. Last Gamurai, good contributor to my channel. I see his comments all the time. It's good to see him on here too. If EE was invited to be in a game, what game and abilities would his character possess? See, right off the bat, I'm kind of thinking some superhero powers is where you want to go here. Because at the end of the day, like, I mean, we live in a world right now where war just spawns, just out of nowhere. Like, what if I could be the catalyst to stopping that war? Make me Superman. I like to keep my skin tone, of course. I actually heard rumors they're going to make Superman black in the next iteration, which I just think is a terrible idea. But that's besides the point. Black Superman right here. S on my chest, baby. All right, next question. Mafia. Okay. If you could do an exhibition boxing match with anyone from the Smash scene, past or present, who are you fighting, and why would Charles destroy you if you picked him? Well, I just feel like Charles just has an innate knowledge of the Kung Fu, culture in general. No, not for any particular reason. As far as boxing anyone in the community, that's tough. There's a lot of lames I wouldn't mind slapping around. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. There's a lot of them. But if you put my feet to the fire, if you ask me anyone I could box, it would be Coney. And here's why. Here's why I picked Zach, okay? It's not because I don't like Zach. I love Zach, okay? It's because I know he wouldn't meet the height requirement, so the match would never take place and I'd win by forfeit. Stick it to him, baby. Stick it to him. Moving on. Hot Cake. I like that name. When are you going to finish Ace Attorney 5? It's been like half a year. It's true. So I will bring back Ace Attorney before the year is up. I vow to you, before the year is up. And you can quote me on this. If I don't, I will shave my testicles on stream. That's commitment. Have you had serious beef with anyone in the Smash community, and how did it get solved? All right, well, we got our got our first shot here. Got our first shot here. Kai Levy, great question. Thank you for your submission. Hope you stick around on the channel. Wessel Bowers. Have you sold other things than crabs at tournaments? I mean, man, back in the early Xanadu days, I used to sell Adderall. I think half an answer demands half a shot. Okay. All right. Okay, you know what? Proofread these questions a little bit more. A little bit more. We'll be all right. All right, Nagari. Do you purposely not engage in any Twitter beef, whether it's with personalities or haters in the comment section, or does no one start beef with you? You're one of the few I see not engaging with toxic Twitter users. So here's my rule for Twitter. I don't have a problem engaging with people if it's anything like, beef-wise or negativity. But I've never been the type for online beef. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I feel like anyone relevant, I'd see you at an event and we can hash it out there, and it is what it is. I don't do the thumb thugs and finger fugitives. That's not me. That's never been EE. So if you see me ignoring the dumb comments because I just saw it, laughed, and just kept on scrolling, you know what I'm saying? Thanks for the engagement action. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. But largely a lot of people are just irrelevant. I'm not like talking about my fans or homies. however you want to phrase yourselves. But yeah, I ain't got time for that online stuff. Come on, man. Bring it to my front door, keep it to yourself. That's the way I look at life. The Raging Archer HD. EE, who is your vote for hottest Smash streamer? My vote goes to Mango. Hottest Smash streamer? You know, it's funny. There was a poll like 2 or 3 years ago that caused some controversy on Twitter that was like this. Like, hey, who's the the hottest person streaming Smash? And I think Senpai won that, and we know how that story ended. So, I'll just co-sign the Mango. That seems like a safe pick. So, Mango, that'll do it. That'll do it. Brad Evangelista. I like that last name. Have you made more connection with other streamers because of meeting Pokey in the award show? Well, I had a very interesting encounter with Pokey yesterday, actually, in the Fortnite tournament. I accidentally eliminated her because she had her name set to anonymous and I didn't know. But when I met her, it was cool. I talked to her for like 2 or 3 minutes. She was very nice. And a lot of the people there who knew I have a big crush on her, I'm a big fan, were like, yo, you finally got to chat with her. I was like, yeah, it was cool. But I would say that it made the entirety of my week, month, and probably year. And I can't wait until the next encounter. What's your favorite meal and how do you start liking it? Oh man, you ever been to Fridays? Let me tell you something. Fridays, okay? Whiskey ribs, double fries. Change your life. Change your life. Okay, a lot of people like the dog Fridays and not give it the respect it deserves. Sure, some things are microwaved, okay? Some things are microwaved. But that's the same thing when you go to Applebee's or Ruby Tuesdays. But it's not microwaved? Those fall off the bone, meaty ribs and those crisp, perfectly seasoned fries, okay? But let me tell you something, a girl who doesn't appreciate Fridays, she's not worth your time anyway, okay? Tell her ass to go back to Tinder. Henry Cutler Stam. What was your favorite do you know to make? The all-time favorite one I made had to be with Moist. Because Moist ended up being more of a than the niggas I know in Baltimore. It's got, you know what I mean? Got every single question right. It was insane. It was absolutely insane. I think that might actually be my highest view, do you know, as well. So I got to give it up to the one that Moist starred in, my boy Charlie. With honorable mention, of course, going to Ludwig. Medio Taffy. You ever play any fighting games in the past other than Smash? I got the arcade, dude, you know what I'm saying? But eventually I'd run out of quarters and run out of interest. I don't really have a deep answer to that one. I like watching and betting on games at like CEO and Evo. That's always fun. Narmia, would you ditch your homies forever for the perfect girl? Listen, boys. Listen, boys. Listen, boys. Listen. Listen, boys. You gotta understand. I'm down bad. Next 2 questions. Unfazed X. Who is your refocus? Who are your top 5 favorite rappers of all time? Top 5 of all time. As it stands right now, my favorite rappers: Little Durk, everybody already knows, Schmirk. King Von, rest in peace, one of the GOATs. Young Boy, I know they got beef, they ain't got nothing to do with me. I've been listening to a lot of J. Cole lately, but like old school J. Cole. I would go with J. Cole. Okay, he's always been better than Kendrick, by the way. Alright, be mad at yourself. And then for like OG's sake, let's say Lloyd Banks. Punchline Kid. We'll go with that. Actually, no, you know what? I want to swap out Young Boy for Jadakiss. Swap out Young Boy for Jadakiss. Boom. That's my top 5. Next 2 questions. What does EE stand for and how did you come up with your name? So EE stands for EE has gone through some evolutions as we've progressed in more of the esports sphere. So you have to bear with me on this. Originally, it stood for erotic escort. Where'd you come up with that? Me and my friends used to take not so desirable ladies in high school. You'd be like, hey, you want to go to the dance? Cool, you buy the tickets at $50. And they'd be like, oh, okay. So we became the erotic escorts. We just thought it was cool. You know what I'm saying? We did like 3 times. It was funny. And I needed a tag for when I entered a freaking tournament. One time I was just like, erotic escort. And they were like, that's not appropriate. I was like, all right, just put EE or whatever. And that's where EE came up with. The Visu part, I think that's from the jeans. I think I owned a pair of those jeans. Something like that. But that's the origin. Now that we've gone more into the woke era and the esports era, stands for elite entertainer if anybody asks. But I give you guys the truth because Makari, your favorite top 5 ultimate players to hang out with. I'll go with current and active players right now. Cola, definitely a homie. Riddles, that's my Richter for life. No cap. Aaron is just hilarious. I just love he's got great vibes. Tweak, that's just a homie right there. Big Tweak guy here. And number 5, I'll say Mars too. I think Mars is very interesting in that you gotta be cool with Mars to get to see Mars. You know what I'm saying? Because that kid is funny as shit behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? That's a funny dude. That's my top 5 right there off the top of my head. We got So In Love. He might be in the chat right now as I'm doing this. What up, So In Love? When's the skydiving stream and PB collab? Coming soon. Oh shit. Okay. Keep it real with you. Keep it real. Can I keep it real? I should ask me, can I sing? Cause you know I can't. Okay. Hippo, do you like baked beans? No, I don't get beans when I go to like a place like Chipotle or whatever. Too many carbs. I know they have protein, but there's other things that have benefits, the same benefits with protein. That don't have that amount of carbs. So that's where I am on that. Plus, if you're with a bad mamacita, and you know what I'm saying, you just start, it's all protein already, makes you fart. You know, you add beans, you're just doubling it up. You don't need those kind of problems. Pyro, my man, love this guy. How many subs did you gift to Pokey to get the gold Pokey, and how long have you been a tier 3 sub? So I don't have the gold Pokey because I didn't even know, like, I didn't realize what it exactly was, but I will be correcting that as soon as I get paid from Twitch. And I've been a tier 3 sub for a couple months. You know? Yeah. I'm not lying to nobody, okay? I don't come down to where you work and knock the license plate out of your hand, criminal. So don't come giving me shit at my job, okay? Here we are, next question. Sapo! In your entire career, has there ever been someone you privately messaged a TO to not put you in the same block as? Someone you 100% did not want to commentate? All the time! What? All the time? Are you kidding me? I have a list curated of whom I will work with, not who I won't work with, just who I prefer to work with. And usually it's a good list, so it's usually not hard to accommodate. Listen, okay, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm one of the kings of kings on the mic in this smash shit, okay? I don't want you little shit that think you're gonna just come in and replace one of the kings of kings. Work harder, baby. You got a lot of work to do, right? I want to go to big nationals. So obviously I want to bring my A game every time, which means I need to work with my A game partners who I already have that gel and synergy with, okay? I'm not a year or 2 in the game anymore trying to experiment a lot and all this fleshing out shit. It is what it is, okay? You don't see the CEO, okay, hobnobbing with the male guy, okay? He might wave to him, but they're not eating lunch together. Keeping it real. Bobby Cool. When will you get Charles to say the word? Oh, you should live. If you lived with us, he doesn't stop. Whenever I'm not streaming, all I hear is, "Hey, you there?" Chuck Nasty, baby, Chuck Nasty. He's out of control. You wouldn't believe the things that go in here. Gyro. So when Sky? That's the same question I got earlier. I declined to. No repeat questions. PB&J's DVP. Oh God, I know you slept with this. I know you slept in the bed. Wait, what? I know you slept in the same bed as the king. So let me ask, does he truly not have any hair, ... anywhere? Bro, what the fuck? Are you talking about PB&J? What the heck? Alright. He's as hairless as a friggin' Oscar or whatever. You know, I don't freaking know. I'm looking around when I say that, make sure Will Smith doesn't pop up and slap the shit out of me. But yeah, I don't freaking know. What kind of questions, man? Oh my God. Preston Vern, has there ever been a point in your life where you wanted to stop commentating? Yeah, now. I want real money. Subscribe! Oh my God. I love commentating. It's just it's sometimes it's a lot. It's a lot to have to balance. You know what I'm saying? To have to figure out all price points and stuff. Got tax time coming up. It's a lot. Freelancing is a lot of work. So at some point I'd definitely like to get a stable esports industry job. So let's keep it. Darn Door, ever tried DMT? DMT? Is that like when you Eiffel Tower a chick? What is that? Hey Siri, what is DMT?
An N-dimethyltryptamine is a substituted tryptamine in many plants and animals, which is both a derivative and a structural analog. Shall I continue?
No, I'm good, thank you. I'm gonna say no, unless shrooms are DMT. Bee fan, do you like bees? Actually, it's interesting. When I was younger, because I was such a little shit, I would get like one of those wiffle bats, and I remember I'd go out and I'd just whack bees anytime I could. Whackity whack, swinging on them. And then one time I whacked and I missed and it stung me. And I dropped the wiffle bat and I ran away. And I never messed with a bee again. So in a lot of ways, I guess I do like bees because I respect them now. Out of fear! But respect is respect nonetheless. Well, Senpai something. Zuri Kun. Okay. Alright, you got it. I'm not sure this has been answered before, but where did the name EE come from? I already answered that. I already answered that. But he has another question. Also, any tips on losing weight? You already looked fine back then, but now, brother, you look extra fine. Pause on that. You want a tip? Put down the damn fork. So many of you asked this question and you have no self-control. You think I had self-control back then? Hell no. But it all starts with looking. Here's what I did. You wanna know the number one thing I did? I printed out a picture of Scarlett Johansson and Vita Guerrera, and I taped them on my wall on each side. And I woke up every morning and I said, am I hot enough to tap that? If the answer was no, I was outside running, okay? I was counting calories, okay? I was watching what I eat, all right? I was getting active. I was being disciplined. You have to put, don't just think about the motivation. You gotta have it staring you in the face when you go to sleep and when you wake up, all right? That's it. That's the best advice I can give you. Good luck. Pokemon Master 1, or PK Master 1, I don't know what it is. Hottest white woman you've ever seen? I've ever seen? I mean, I'm gonna keep it real. There's a ton of Chris Snow Bunnies out there, all right? They can hop my way any day, all right? You can't name just one, baby. You can't name just one. All right, we got a few more questions. I'll run these final ones. I refreshed and we got some other ones. Can we talk about this? What is this folder anyway?
I married a white girl 10 years ago, brother. Well, brother, until you unmarry her, it's best you stay over there, brother.
Oh, it's Dr. Umar. Okay. That's not bad. That's not bad. You guys thought it was something bad, all right? You guys think I just keep inappropriate things on my desktop for your entertainment? Oh. Wow, that escalated. I did not know where that clip was going. Not much to talk about. Obviously, sometimes my friends, you know, they trust my judgment a lot, so they'll send me content like, hey, do you think people would like this? I tell them yes or no. That's it. Not any deeper than that. Not any deeper than that. Dear red ass, would you jam Lola Bunny? One more for the road. For the road less traveled. Cause I'm not answering what I do to that bunny on the gravel. That's it, that'll do it. Yeah. Not bad, chat. I survived. I did. Listen, I was an open book. All I could do is my best. Okay? If my best was good enough for you, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Putting out great videos all the time. Ban that guy who said I look like Panda Wadi, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.